going YouTube? Prisco YGO here. I almost forgot the name again. So today, sorry, it's really late. I'm really tired. It's been a long day. Today, I'm going to be doing the updated deck profile for my Chaos Time Thief. Also, slight combo tutorial. I'm going to show a couple of different combos that you can do with the deck based on what your opening hand is. I'm going to do a 1-card combo, 2-card combo, 3-card combo, and then I'm going to do a test hand. So you should see 4 combos. This video might be a little bit longer than normal, but let's go ahead and get right into it. I don't want to waste too much more of your time, only because, like I said, this one's going to be a long one. Alright, so strap in and let's get right into it. Alright, so once again, not the usual setup, but like I said, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. So starting off, we have our 3 regulator. This is probably one of your best starter cards in the deck. Personally, I feel like this is the best starter card in the game just because it can gain you so much advantage off of 1 card. Next, we are playing 3 copies of Winder. Next, we are playing the 1 bezel ship and 1 chrono quarter. This is pretty standard if you've watched any of my videos in the past, and you know that sometimes I'll bump one or the other to 2, but other than that, I really feel like 1 each is fine. And we're also playing 3 copies of Parallel Exceed. This is like an honorary Time Thief card in my opinion, just because it helps you gain so much advantage. It's so powerful. For the rest of the monsters, we are playing the 3 Rocket Tracer. This was at 2 before. I bumped it up to 3 because in testing and in certain grind matches, sometimes I will use this effect to bring out the recharger, which we are playing 1 of, and then that 3rd quick launch in the deck will be dead if I've already used the other 2. And it's not uncommon for you to open up with multiple copies of quick launch, so it is what it is. I kind of shook the tripod there. Let's stable that out. Alright, so for the rest of the dragons, we are playing 1 White Dragon Wyver Buster and 1 Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. This is for the Chaos Space. These cards, Chaos Space is a 1-card Lambda. I feel like if you're playing Time Thief, you should be playing Chaos Space. They're level 4. They could also be link fodder, and they gain you so much advantage. Chaos Space is inherently like a plus, I don't fucking know, 7? I have no clue. I don't know how to do that math. I do, I just don't feel like doing it. But it gives you a free draw. Chaos Space gives you a free draw while these search each other out. So yeah, plus opening up these with Chaos Space, you just pitch 1 and search the other, and then you keep on recycling cards. It's really fucking good, and I feel like it is absolutely necessary in Time Thief at this moment. For the hand traps, we are playing 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. That's pretty standard. 3 copies of Effect Veiler, and 3 copies of Ciphering Gear Gamma with the 1 driver. And that pretty much rounds up all the monsters. Let's go ahead and move these to the side. Next, for the spells, we are playing the 3 copies of Chaos Space, like I said. This card is just so broken, it's so powerful. And while we have it at 3, we might as well utilize it. So let's go ahead and spread this out a little bit more. So there we go. I kind of hit the camera a little bit, and it shook quite a lot. But anyways, so 3 Chaos Space. Chaos Space. It's very broken. It's very powerful, and I feel like it should be played at 3 if you are deciding to play it. Next, we are playing the 3 copies of Quick Launch because this is pretty much just an E-Tele for level 4s. And then we are playing 3 copies of Cosmic Cyclone. If you're from the Time Thief Facebook group and you saw the profile that I posted before the picture, I was running 3 copies of Shade Brigadine. I ended up cutting those to move these into the main. As much as I really like Shade Brigadine, in this version of the deck, which is very combo centric, you really don't need it because it'll end up just being a wasted trap, and we're already playing a lot of extenders, so it's not entirely necessary. And then to round off the spells, we are playing the 1 copy of Upstart Goblin, and then pretty basic for the traps, 2 flyback, 1 retrograde. I personally feel like anything other than that ratio is incorrect. For the extra deck, it's pretty standard, it's pretty straightforward. We are playing the 1 Redoer, 1 Perpetua, 1 Dugaris. I feel like Dugaris is also like a Time Thief card because his name is Timeless. But I don't know. He's also level 4, so like it kind of just matches. We're also playing the 1 Tornado Dragon and 1 Evil Swarm Exciton Knight. This card's really broken right now. If you're going second and you play Dark Ruler no more, you can easily make this in this deck and just wipe your opponent's entire board. For the 1 Synchro, we are playing the Omega. You could opt to play Boral Savage. At most, you'll probably have like 1 negate on it. If you do the combo the way I think you're going to do it. And if you do the combo with the perfect hand, then, well, Boral Savage is a pretty good choice. Personally, I'm not running it in here just because I like the option to rip cards, plus this can trigger Lambda if I don't get into Redoer. For the links, I am playing the 1 Almirage, 1 Striker Dragon for the Chaos Space plays, 1 Lambda, which this might get bumped up to 2 in all honesty. I'm still testing that at 2, but then again, you really only need 1. Like I said, it's a theory. 1 Halifibrax, 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Bujinki Ahashima. Halifibrax specifically is used for the Selene play so that we can link climb into Excess Kotucker, and then we also play the Nightmare Unicorn to combo with the IP Masquerena. So that's it for the extra deck. And now for the side, this hasn't changed much. 3 copies of Nibiru, 3 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, 3 Dark Ruler no more, 3 Forbidden Chalice, and 3 Evenly Matched. Cards that you can consider playing in the side are like Token Collector. You can also play Red Reboot. I've seen a lot of people have been playing that recently because Eldritch is a thing, and trap decks are really powerful right now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get into the combo tutorial. But before we go ahead and get into the combo, I do want to make a quick announcement. I decided to pick up another card game. I will be posting it on this channel because this is my gaming channel. And once I build my PC, I will be posting gaming content on this channel as well. Some of you might already know that if you're in the Discord, and if you've just been paying attention to the channel for a while. But the other card game I'm looking to get into at the moment is Pokemon. Now, I learned how to play it the other day with some buddies, and I gotta say, I'm kind of liking it. Like, I actually had a lot of fun. It's a nice change of pace from Yu-Gi-Oh, where I'm not like putting out a shit ton of negates and like comboing off. It's a very slow based resource game, which is something that I kind of miss from old school Yu-Gi-Oh. Now, a lot of people can say, oh, go play GOAT format. Well, GOAT format's really fucking expensive, and guess what? Pokemon is not. I could live without the rotating formats, but Pokemon is still a lot of fun, and if you guys would like to see some of that content, let me know. I will gladly post some of the deck profiles that I'm going to be playing myself, as well as featuring some of the deck profiles that my buddies have. Like my buddy Jared, he has a monkey deck, which I used the other day when I was learning, and it was really fun. Like, kind of broken. Butterfree VMAX is it's pretty cool, pretty broken. I'm just gonna say that. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get back into the Yu-Gi-Oh content. So sorry for the interruption, and yeah, let's get back into it. All right. So for the combo tutorial part of the video, like I said before in the beginning, we are going to be doing 4 different combos. The first one is going to be the 1-card combo for people who are not familiar with Time Thief whatsoever. And the 1 card that you need is Time Thief Regulator. So what you'll do is you'll normal summon Regulator, use its effect to tribute itself for cost, and you can summon 2 Time Thief monsters from the deck with different names. So most of the time, you are going to go for Winder. Sorry, I kind of shook the phone again. You'll go for Winder, and then you can go for Bezel Ship or Chrono Quarter. Either one of these 2 is fine. In this case, we're going to go for Bezel Ship. Alright, now you'll use Winder's effect to search for a Time Thief card other than itself, and here, most of the time, you'll go ahead and search for Retrograde, which is your spell and trap negate. It also attaches the card that you negate to your Redoer or Perpetua. Most of the time you want to attach it to your Redoer because it'll just give you a free resource that you didn't have before. After that, you can go ahead and overlay the 2 into your Redoer, and then you have your Retrograde set plus 4 more cards in your hand. Right? That is the absolute basic minimum that you can do with Regulator in hand. Right? So now your next 2-card combo is going to require Regulator and Winder. So in this case, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to normal summon our Regulator, use Regulator's effect, tribute itself off for cost, and then we're going to summon both the Bezel Ship and the Chrono Quarter, assuming we don't have both of them engraved, or in hand, sorry. Next, we can go ahead and overlay these 2 and go into our Redoer. Now we can use Winder to special summon itself from the hand by detaching material from Redoer. So it doesn't matter which one we detach. In this case, we're going to detach the Bezel Ship, and now Winder is going to allow us to search, and we can go ahead and search our Retrograde out. Set this in the back row, effect to detach from Redoer, and summon itself back out. And then we can overlay into whatever other level 4 that we, or rank 4 that we want. In this case, we're going to go into Perpetua. Perpetua's effect can now activate, targeting Redoer, attaching a trap from the deck to Redoer as material. And at this point, we still have 3 cards in hand that we can utilize for whatever we want. The next combo is a 3-card combo that requires Regulator, Winder, oh, shook the phone again, and Parallel Exceed. So what we can do here is the same thing. We're going to normal summon Regulator, use Regulator's effect to tribute itself off for cost, and I don't know why I shuffled them back into the deck, but now we're going to go ahead and summon Chrono and Bezel Ship. Next, we can link off these 2, get them into the graveyard, and then we'll link into our Cyframe Lord Lambda. Now, because we link summoned, we can trigger off Parallel Exceed, summon it to a zone that Lambda is pointing to. Now we can use Parallel Exceed's second effect to summon out a second copy of itself. Now both of them are level 4. We can immediately overlay into Redoer, shook the phone again, sorry. And now we can special summon Winder by detaching from Redoer, which is going to trigger our Lambda so that we can search a Gamma in end phase. But now Winder will go ahead and search for Retrograde. We're going to put that in the back row. And then we have, again, 2 options. We can either special summon Bezel Ship from the grave by detaching from Redoer, or we can use Redoer's effect to banish itself. I made a mistake earlier. I said something was going to trigger Lambda. That's incorrect. We can use here we don't have another choice. The choice is to use Redoer's effect, detach, and then banish Redoer till the end of the turn. That will trigger the Lambda. The it's also going to trigger Chrono Quarter. So what we do here is we go chain link 1, chain link 2. So now we're chain blocking Lambda so it can't get ashed. Go ahead and summon Chrono Quarter, overlay into Perpetua, set the retrograde. Redoer is going to come back out in end phase, and in the end phase, Perpetua target Redoer, attach a trap, and then search out the Gamma. We also still have 2 other cards in hand. So I also have one more combo that I want to show you guys that is involving the Chaos Space engine. So this one's a little bit different, and I will show it to you guys. So in order for you to use Chaos Space, you need to have a light or dark in hand that you can send for cost. So in this case, let's say we have Chrono Quarter. We can go ahead and activate Chaos Space, send Chrono Quarter to the grave for cost, and now because Chrono Quarter is a dark, we can search out the light baby Chaos Dragon. Now we can special summon the light baby Chaos Dragon by banishing the Chrono Quarter in grave, and then we can link off the Chaos Dragon into Striker Dragon, which is going to trigger the baby dragon's effect for us to search. After we've searched out our Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, we can go ahead and banish the Wyvern to special summon Collapse Serpent. Now we can use Chaos Space's effect in grave to target the Wyvern, put this on bottom of the deck, banish this, and now we draw a free card. Also keep in mind that we have 3 more cards in hand that we can utilize. Now granted, we kind of don't want to banish Chrono Quarter all the time, so this was just an example. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up the deck, and we'll go from there. But before I do that, let's say this is the game state, right? This is banished, we drew a card, this is our card that we drew. We can link these 2 into Lambda, which is going to trigger the Black Dragon so that we can search the Wyvern Dragon out again. Even though the Wyvern Dragon's on the bottom of the deck and we can't use it again, it is going to thin the deck and allow us to shuffle so that we can possibly get better cards later on. Now granted, at the same time, if you happen to have Parallel Exceed in hand while doing all of this, not only are you going to be able to trigger off the Black Dragon to search out the White Dragon, but you're also going to be able to trigger off your Parallel Exceed at the same time. So now you can do chain link 1, chain link 2, chain blocking your dragon so you always get the search, summoning Parallel Exceed. Now you get the White Dragon back into your hand, and Parallel Exceed's second effect can go off so that we can summon another copy, go into our Redoer, and then use Redoer's effect, banish itself, and now in the end phase we'll be able to search for our Gamma. So I know I just said a lot, but there is a lot that can happen with this deck, and it's not always going to be very linear. I posted on Facebook yesterday or today, I don't remember, that PSA, you don't always have to search retrograde off of Winder. And here's my reason being. Alright, now that I've got the phone to stop shaking, alright? Let's say we have Winder, Chaos Space, and Quick Launch in hand. Because this is also something that I kind of want to let you guys know that is a possible thing that we can do. We go ahead and normal summon the Winder. Use Winder's effect to search, where did I put it? For the Bezel Ship. Now we can use Chaos Space to pitch the Bezel Ship and search for White. Now we can use Quick Launch, summon out Tracer, link off the Tracer, go into Striker Dragon. Now special summon the Wyvern Buster, by banishing the rocket tracer. You see what we did there? We put an extender in grave without having to banish it. Now we can link these two off. Shook the phone again. Go into our lambda. So I'm just going to put it like this for educational purposes. Go into lambda. That's also going to trigger the Wyvern Buster so that we can search for our Collapse Serpent. Now we can special the Collapse Serpent by banishing the Wyvern, then use Chaos Space to put the Wyvern back on the bottom of the deck and draw a card. I don't know why I keep drawing this. But now we have another way to get into Redoer without using, where did I put it? Without using Regulator. Keep in mind too, not every deck in the meta is going to rely heavily on spells and traps. Retrograde, although it is a very, very powerful card, very strong, it's not always the best choice depending on the matchup. There's times where I know that I'm going to go second, I side it out. As powerful as this card is, it's not always necessary. Now, I had people in that comment section saying, well, if I don't have it in hand, then yeah, I won't bother searching for it. I'll search for Flyback. Which, I agree, that's a fine choice, but keep in mind, most of the time we want to attach Flyback to Redoer off of Perpetua. So if we search out Flyback, and then we have Perpetua on field, we're not playing the spells. Why would we attach the only other copy, which we want to use this to attach to Redoer anyway, why would we search it to hand? I don't get that. So, in this case, honestly, just search for Bezelship, or search for a Regulator for next turn, or even search for Chrono Quarter to help protect you from being one-hit KO'd. We're going to go ahead and shuffle up the deck here, and then I'm going to show you the test hand combo using something completely random. Now, I keep hitting this tripod. This tripod is not stable whatsoever, so I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle off of camera. So give me 1 second and I will be right back. Alright, so I shuffled it up a shit ton, so let's hope we actually get some good draws here. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, this is a pretty good hand, actually. I don't like that we opened up Rocket Tracer, but at the same time we did open up Chaos Space, so it's still pretty good. Alright, so in this case, we opened up Gamma, so we know we have protection from cards like Nibiru and Ash, and let's face it, most decks, rather, are playing hand traps, a lot of hand traps in the main. So the fact that we opened up the counter to every monster hand trap is really nice. Alright, but anyways, this is our starter card anyway, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to normal summon Regulator, use Regulator's effect to tribute itself. We're going to go ahead and summon out our Winder and Bezelship, and now we can use Winder to search for Retrograde. So, in this case, we search Retrograde. Next, because we have Parallel Exceed, how can we do this? We can link these two off. Yeah, I feel like that's correct. Link these two off into Lambda and trigger our Parallel Exceed. Now that's 5 summons. And so we would do parallel exceed effect here. And if I was playing against this and I had a Nibiru in hand, I would wait for the second parallel exceed to summon, and then Nibiru. So let's say we're about to get Nibiru'd. Well, we've got Lambda on field, and we've got Gamma in hand. So let's go ahead and Gamma the Nibiru. Gamma will summon out a driver, and we're good to go. Now, unfortunately, if my opponent opened up Ash and tried to Ash the regulator, well, we'd be able to Gamma the Ash, but if they also had Nibiru, well, then we'd be stuck in the water, or we'd be dead in the water, unless we do this, link off the, or not link off, but synchro off the Gamma and go into Omega. Now, if we use Omega's effect to rip a card from our opponent's hand by banishing it, right, we might get lucky and rip that Nibiru because it is random. However, it's also going to trigger Lambda so that we can search another copy of Gamma in the end phase, and Driver's already in the graveyard. So let's say we did that. Let's say we use Gamma on Nibiru, or we use Gamma on Ash, and then we ripped the Nibiru out with Omega, whatever, right? We went into Omega, we used Omega's effect to banish itself, triggered Lambda, and now Lambda is going to allow us to search an end phase. We still got 3 cards in hand. Here we can use Chaos Space to pitch the Rocket Tracer, and now we can go ahead, search for the Wyver Buster. Oh, I just shook the whole thing again. I need to stop doing that. Chaos Space would go to grave. We can banish the Wyver Buster, or no, banish the Tracer to summon the Wyver Buster, and then we can link off the Wyver Buster to go into Striker Dragon. That's also going to, well, this isn't banished yet. It's going to trigger the Wyver Buster so that we can search for the Collapse Serpent. Now we can banish the Wyver Buster to summon the Collapse Serpent. Now we can use Chaos Space's effect to place the Wyver Buster back on the bottom of the deck by banishing Chaos Space, and now we draw a card. So let's see what we draw. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So let's see what we got here. Alright, I had to think about the combo that I'm going to do here. Now, it's not our typical combo that we want to go with, but it is still very effective. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use these 2, go into Redoer, right? Now we can use Bezelship Engraved to summon itself out by detaching from the Redoer. Now, because we don't have Chrono Engrave, there's kind of no point in banishing the Redoer because Lambda's effect is already triggered and resolved. What we can do, however, is link off these 2. Unfortunately, Bezelship will get banished. Link off those 2 and go into IP Masquerena. Now, something you might notice here. The only reason I'm doing this is because we drew into Flyback. Okay? Now, Collapse Serpent's going to trigger, and it's going to search out the Wyver Buster. Now, the good thing about this is that the Wyver Buster is going to be our discard fodder for IP Masquerena. So essentially, this is what we have. These 4 cards are banished. This will be returning very soon. This is what we have in our graveyard. And during the end phase, Lambda is going to allow us to search for a Gamma. And we're good. We can set these 2. Right? We can use this to attach a second copy of Flyback to Redoer, so that we still get the spin back off of Redoer. We have a monster negate. We have discard fodder for IP Masquerena, and since we've still got the Striker Dragon on the field, we don't even have to link off our Lambda. We can link off these 2 and go into Unicorn. And that's what I mean when I say we have discard fodder for IP Masquerena, because IP Masquerena is going to allow us to go into Unicorn, and then we can discard this so that we have another spin back. Okay, so that's essentially what we've got here. I'd say that's still pretty fucking strong, in my opinion. Alright, now I'm already took up a lot of your time. I'm not going to take up any more, so I will be ending the video. However, before I do, while I'm cleaning up the mess here that I made with the cards, like I said before, if you are interested in seeing some Pokemon content and maybe some Magic the Gathering content, let me know in the comment section below. Hit me up in Discord, whatever you want. Alright, if you got me on Facebook, if you found my YouTube channel through Facebook, awesome. Feel free to add me as a friend. I am always willing to talk to my subscribers in any way, shape, or form. At least while we're still strong, while we're still small. If for some reason we do blow up, which, let me just be honest with you right now, it would be nice, but it is not something that I'm expecting to happen. If we do blow up and we get thousands and thousands of subscribers, I cannot possibly talk to every one of my subscribers. But as it currently stands, I'm willing to talk to all my subscribers. I'm willing to say hi to you guys. I'm willing to theorize and deck build and yeah, all that good stuff. In the meantime, be sure to give the video a big old thumbs up if you feel like I deserve it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more Yu-Gi-Oh! And video game and other card game content. Planning on doing some more pack openings. I'm planning on doing some Pokemon pack openings pretty soon because there is a deck that I'm trying to build based around this guy right here, actually. Centiskorch VMAX, which is really fucking powerful. But I'm also going to be attacking my favorite Pokemon, so anybody who doesn't know me very well, or does know me very well, knows that my favorite Pokemon is Blaziken, and look at that, it's so beautiful. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Have a good night. I'm going to sleep. I got work in the morning. Yeah.